through the holes.
Okay.
Now it's recording.
Oh.
Okay. So, everybody, I'm gonna, like, Bonnie is going to actually mute everyone right now, okay, except for me and Brenda. And I wanted to actually say hello and welcome to all of you. I'm glad that you could join us this evening for our Thursday night Alive to Thrive Tax Division call. So, can you hear me? Louder? Is that better?
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Thank you. So, a dear friend of mine and one who is amazing support in my journey with this company, and our presenter tonight, Brenda Hartman. She has been with Isagenix for 6 years. She's a 4-star Golden Circle executive. She's won awards, it's a prestigious award for Women of Isagenix. She's a 6-figure income earner, and she's one of our leaders in Alive to Thrive Now. Brenda, go right ahead and jump in. It's all yours.
Presentation this evening, and thank you to everybody who's joining us. So my hope is that you hear something tonight that will inspire you. I'm going to share essentially a presentation, and then we're going to hear a couple stories, including mine, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? So let me see, I've done a couple little things here. I'm going to share my screen. All right. Can somebody give me a thumbs up that they can see with this? All right, Katie. All right, so most of you on the call this evening have already been introduced to Isagenix, to its offerings. It's a solutions company. We offer solutions to some of the most pressing problems that people face today in the areas of weight management, energy and wellness, performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. And tonight, I'm going to focus on the financial opportunity available to us. And while the majority of people are introduced through the product door, you know, because we've witnessed somebody's personal transformation, at some point we are introduced to the financial solution. And what I know to be true, though, is that there are as many people down on their knees praying for an income solution as there are people who are praying for a health or wellness or fitness solution. So 15% of the United States, which is 46 million people, are on food stamps. 20 million people in North America are unemployed. And foreclosures are at an all-time high. And as we know, healthcare costs are skyrocketing, and taxes are at a record high and rising, and debt is skyrocketing. So both debt, secured and unsecured debt. So, and 50% of all bankruptcies could be prevented by an additional $500 a month. And one of the biggest reasons for divorce is stress over money. And, you know, speaking of stress, it's one of the main causes for all of the disease and illness. And again, one of the biggest causes of stress is lack of money. So Isagenix offers a vehicle to address this need. And tonight I want to show you how you can earn supplemental income, replacement income, and what I most want to illuminate tonight is the big picture, how you can partner with this company to create true wealth. And that is what really excited me when I understood how truly possible this was as a business model combined with this company's compensation structure. So I want to introduce Robert Kiyosaki. Some of you may know him. He's a very well-regarded author and speaker and transformational leader in the area of business. And so he wrote The Business of the 21st Century, which is a great read. And so he says, so what is wealth? Wealth is the number of days that you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. So for example, if your expenses are $4,000 per month, you would need $12,000 in savings to get by for 3 months or 90 days. Okay, where's that? So if you had to stop work tomorrow or you lost your job, how long could you survive? Everybody just do a little math in your head. So for most people, it's a very scary number. It might even be tomorrow. So your goal should be to develop a residual income or passive income that is greater than your monthly expenses. So a key component of wealth is passive or residual income. And so what do I mean by that passive income? It's like where you paid today on what you did in the past, where you're no longer trading time for dollars. In other words, you are earning while you are on vacation or while you sleep. So true wealth is really about freedom. You can earn a lot of money, but that is not wealth if your income is based solely on your own personal production, which is about trading time for dollars. And many people earn great incomes, but they're slaves to their jobs or careers, and if they step away, their income stops. So true wealth also involves the ability to have time freedom. So T. Harv Eker, who wrote the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, some of you may know his work. He does Millionaire Mind Intensives all around the country and really around the world. And so he says that there are two primary sources of passive income. One is money that's working for you. You know, you invest money in stocks and bonds and treasury bills and in the money market, and you get interest from your savings. So you've got money that goes to work for you, and you live off of the earnings from that money that's working for you. The other option is that there's a business working for you, where you have rental real estate, royalties from books, music, you know, like authors and musicians. You write, software, and you develop that, and you get paid on that as long as that software is being sold. People owning vending machines, and then there's network marketing. So, it's really about leverage. Anybody who can achieve financial freedom has taken advantage of this principle of leverage, and it really rules out most people. So my definition of wealth is this: it's the ability to own your life, to be able to do what you want, when you want, and to have the money to finance your choices, to really live a life of choice. So let me just ask you to consider, what would it mean to own your life? So just, looking at this, these options, everybody, it's really different for everybody. It's like paying off of your debt, just being debt free and being, just free, that sense of lightness in your being, to be able to buy a home, to buy a car, just, upgrade your home, buy a second home, and for some of us, it's like getting our kids through college, without incurring massive debt. Just be able to travel the world and to be able to contribute to the charities of our choice. But the sad thing is that many people don't even allow themselves to dream because they don't even see a way to fulfill them with their current circumstances. And what I want to share with you tonight may impact you as it did me when the light bulb went on, that there truly is a way that is available to you. So Isagenix can be your solution to financial freedom, a way for that you too can own your life. So let's take a look at how. In order to do this, we need to look at the products that Isagenix provides for us. First of all, and very important, Isagenix is a product-driven company. Our products represent some of the biggest consumer spending trends in the world, and we're talking about megatrends here. Megatrends in weight management and obesity. 100 million dieters spending $40 billion annually. In the sports performance and energy arena, $11 billion in North America. And in the anti-aging and healthy living, over $115 billion in 2015, and that's growing fast. So fortunes will be made. The baby boomers have dictated the economy for over 4 decades. This age group makes up less than 30% of the population, but accounts for over 50% of our gross domestic product. And as you look at where this population of people is, which is now in our 50s and 60s, we've spent, we've spent our money on industries that have exploded and fortunes were made. And like after the war, it was in the housing industry, and then it was in baby food, then schools and sports, utility vehicles and personal computers. And what do we want now? We want youth, health and wellness, and anti-aging. So in short, this population is driving a huge mega trend in the area of wellness. So Paul Zane Pilzer, one of the world's leading economic forecasters, in 2 of his books, The Next Trillion and The Wellness Revolution, predicts that wellness will be the next trillion-dollar industry and that so many millionaires will be made. So who's going to benefit financially? Practitioners, doctors, lawyers, chiropractors. They can make a fortune if they can pay off school loans, cover insurance and their overhead, and continue trading time for dollars. Manufacturers, fortunes can be made here as well if you have millions to invest in infrastructure, patents, research and shipping, receiving, etc. And retailers, if you can afford franchise fees or storefronts, shelf space, 7-day work weeks, inventory and employees, you too can cash in on this mega trend. And then there's distributors. The greatest personal fortunes will be made here, and most of them will come out of network marketing. The evolved economy or the new distribution millionaires will be ordinary people. I want to underscore ordinary people who catch a vision and align with a company that carries the risk. We invest some time and some sweat equity, and over a period of 2, 5, or 10 years, you can create essentially can create financial freedom for yourself, and it's happening now, and it can happen for you. So why network marketing? Worldwide sales are over $167 billion. It's the fastest growing segment of the global economy. Our annual revenues are bigger than the NFL, MLB, music, movie, and gaming industries combined. I just want to take that in. The health and beauty dominate the direct sales industry, and 82% of women who make $100,000 or more a year do it through direct sales. So it's a perfect business. So is it a pyramid? So if you have had a manager or been a manager, you have been in a pyramid. So when I was in corporate America, I was at this level right here. And if you're an employee here, can you make more money than the person above you? Can this make? The answer is no, an absolute no. So, Isagenix was born 14 years ago. This company, I am so grateful it came into my life. It has over a decade of financial stability. Its mission is to transform lives. Its mission is to impact world health, to free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. It has cumulative sales of over $4 billion. It has world-class, no-compromise products. And for those of us who put these products in our bodies, we know exactly what that means. And the owners have network marketing experience, and they have won many prestigious awards. And just in recent days, became number 22 out of 100 in the direct selling network. And that's, I mean, that's incredible. Most of the other companies above them have been in operation for over 30 years. So this company is skyrocketing fast. So the bottom line, our products are food. They're nutritionally dense superfoods, and you can have an abundance on all levels for the price of organic groceries. We eat the food, we share the food, and we get paid to share the food. So it's easy and it works. And so really the bottom line is, can you find two people that want to purchase the best food in the world and train them to find two people to do the same? And I'm going to just, that's the basis of this. So it's based upon referral rewards, which is activated when you refer to people, one on your left and one on your right. And with just two quality referrals, you can generate a considerable income stream. So you get referral bonuses. We're not going to go into the details of this. We're painting a big picture here tonight. So you open up your account, and when you have one person on your left and one person on your right, two people, you open up the opportunity to be paid 6% commission on all future purchases from your entire organization, regardless of depth. You're paid to unlimited depth. You're paid weekly, paid every single Monday. And so you can turn your Monday into your favorite day of the week. So it's really just a power geometric progression, which I'll show you in a minute. And it's a power building a team that's working together, and everybody is just working with the whole idea of leverage time, and everybody supporting each other in building a team. So here's the basis of it. This is the foundation. So it's like you can see yourself on the bottom. It's called you plus two, them plus two. So here's the basis of this whole compensation plan. So here you are. You open up your own wholesale account. You share these amazing products with two people, one on your left and one on your right, and you're getting paid bonuses to do this. And you then you teach those two people to share it with two people. So what I want you to see in this diagram is that what we're doing is you are finding two people and you are lifting them up. And those two people are finding two people and lifting them up. And doing that to unlimited depth. So that's just the foundation of this compensation plan. So it's about people helping people transform lives. So that's the foundation. So it's the power of two plus the leverage principle. All right. Oops. All right. So here's the power of geometric progression. So what I want you to imagine is that you signed up on month 1, and you took a month to share these, to find two people who wanted to eat this superfood and who also wanted to share it with two people. So in month 2, those two people take another month to find two people. It's just simple, finding two people, to everybody taking a month to find two people. So what I want you to see is over the course of a period of time, just look at how those numbers go from 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024, 2048, 4096. For a total of 8,190 people in your consumer network. Okay? And here's the thing. It doesn't stop there. This is just to illuminate how these numbers grow over time. So, with 2 quality referrals, I love it. This is the power of 2 people who are duplicating what you're doing. They're finding 2 people. You are just based upon that, you can earn what's called a cycle. You can earn up to $13,500 a week. In addition to that, when you become an executive, you can match that for an additional $13,500 a week. So that's a total of $27,000 a week. For a total in a year, $702,000. Just want to let that sink in. But here's the other thing. With Isagenix, it doesn't stop there. So I'm not going to go into the details of that, but what I want you to get is the power of 2, and what I want you to get, what you can earn in a year with 2 referrals, and what I want you to get is that this is to unlimited depth. There is no ceiling on the amount of money that you can make with Isagenix. So you decide, you can earn a little, you can eat for free, we can show you how to do that. So you plus 2, them plus 2. You can earn a lot, you can become totally free, and it's up to you. And we have thousands of people who can have allowed this to happen. So what I want to say is that we don't sell stuff. You guys, we don't sell. We really are lifting people up. We are sharing this amazing superfood that lights up people's body. We can share this income opportunity that lights up people's life. We offer hope, we offer health, we offer excitement, we offer freedom. So really, we're just locking arms with people who want to do the same and they want to have fun doing it. So with that, I'm going to stop the share, and I want to tell you why I'm on this call. I was blessed to meet Bonnie Richards at a networking event 6.5 years ago. I'm actually moved by that. Thank you, Bonnie.
Love you, Brenda.
Life was really good for me then, had a good life. Sheesh. I was prosperity coach, trading time for dollars. Loved what I did, all about helping people live a prosperous life. And my husband was a very successful freelance photographer, traveled the world taking pictures, made an amazing living for us, allowed me to work part-time, raising our son. And then when the economy tanked, his phone stopped ringing. And I mean stopped ringing. So I kicked my coaching practice into high gear, and that's how I came to meet Bonnie at this networking event. I said yes to the products immediately, said yes to the income. My husband and I was calling in financial freedom. Rich and I, we live on an island. We lived here because we wanted a freedom lifestyle. We thought the only way to create passive income was through real estate investing, and so we did that. We still own properties. We flip properties. But I'll tell you what, that took a lot of money. It was very risky, and it didn't have it was fun at some point, but it then didn't have a lot of meaning for us. So I kept hearing about, financial freedom and residual income, but I didn't know what it was. So what, Bonnie shared with me on that, shortly after we met that night, that about this this opportunity, and you guys, I got it. I just thought, oh my God, this is it, really? So this is how people do it? So I said yes to it, and of course, put the products in my body lit up. I had to call my my mom. I had to call my sisters. I had to call my friends who I knew were looking for solutions. And so by the time I paid for my first system with my credit card, by the time my auto ship came, my products were paid for. My products have been paid for the last 6.5 years. I have had free superfood delivered on my front porch every single month. Then, because not only did I share, but my friends shared too. So that's the beautiful thing about this leverage. I want you to get this. It's about not me. I live on an island. I am an introvert. I'm very shy. I have a small network of people. I have some very close friends. But I'm not out there in the world, you know, nobody really knows who I am. I got my own little circle. So but I wanted to see that come alive. I wanted to see that power of two. It's like I wanted that 6-figure income is what I wanted. So I said, okay, I want to see this. So what happened was I went to work. I shared it. And then I was earning enough for our car payment. But I'll tell you what, when it came to I was paying for our mortgage payment, on top of car payment, on top of free superfood, that's when it really got my attention. I knew that this was real money. So as I continued to share, my income kept increasing, and I now earn a 6-figure residual income from home. I mean, it's amazing, you guys. It's for real. So, and what does that mean for me? For me, it means that I got what I wanted, which was financial freedom. I got this amazing community. I work with the most incredible people. And I have a sense of purpose and fulfillment and satisfaction. It's like I go to bed with gratitude, and I wake up with a sense of purpose. It's just, it's incredible. So my son is going to graduate debt-free from an out-of-state private university in June. That's not the story his friends are telling. You know, we really are living into a real freedom lifestyle. So I would like to introduce a really good friend of mine who I went to high school with. And he's an extraordinary human being. And just because of this beautiful business, we have become very close friends. And I would like to introduce Rod Brooks, who is he's a chief marketing officer at a local insurance company. He makes a multiple 6-figure income, and he has a heart of gold, and many of you know him. And I would just like to he's a 2-star Golden Circle, so anyway, he's an executive, and I would just like to have Rod share why he decided to join Isagenix and what it's meant for him. So, Rod, can we see your beautiful face?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brenda, for that introduction.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And I just know I have the mute off, so I get to talk, and I can talk for everybody. And I'm just going to say, you need to know how much we all love you. And your story and your presence here is really felt across these screens, for sure. Absolutely. Well, I'll just be brief tonight. You know, most of the stories that we hear on calls or in team meetings or on 3-way calls, they start out with before Isagenix. And then there's a fill in the blank that's usually about I weighed too much, or I was too tired, or I had aches and pains, or I didn't have energy. And you know what? That was me. I had all that stuff going on. But that's not the story I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say before Isagenix, I had once before been exposed to pyramid scheme, selling of products, multi-level marketing, and I was hurt by it. I was hurt because it was a friend that deceived me, I thought, broke my heart, and I didn't want anything to part of it before Isagenix. So that was me. But I had this really good friend, and her name was Brenda, and she invited me to talk to her about how I could help with my health. And then during the course of the conversation, she knew I had a really great job. I'd worked for 41 years, I guess it was, since college, and climbed that corporate ladder and was making a multiple six-figure income. I had all the perks, all the benefits that come with that, the nice house and the cars and the things like that. But what I came to realize, and it was right about my 60th birthday, not too long after Brenda and I had gotten reunited at a high school reunion, I came to realize that things in my life had changed. I at that time had 6, I now have 7 grandkids, and I'd never had us all together at the same time until my 60th birthday. I was introducing my son to my son-in-law, who hadn't been able to meet each other before that birthday. And at about the same time, we had some health issues. My wife had some health issues. And I know I came back from that feeling a lot different. And I was talking to Brenda about it, and I wanted to work on my health because I thought, if I don't have my health, I won't have the time. And if I don't have the time, I won't have that life with those grandchildren that I really, truly wanted. And she said, I should tell you what I'm doing. And she started to talk, and I started to hear the sounds that I resisted, the sounds of network marketing. And I was pretty sure I didn't want anything to do with that. I didn't need that part. I just needed the wellness. And we said yes to the wellness. And we started having the products go into our bodies. And without too much to the story, it was just a matter of days and then a few weeks when people other than us noticed something was changing. And they saw that energy, and they saw some of the weight coming off. And they asked me, so what did I do? I either got Brenda on the phone and we told them, or before very long, because I started telling them. And then I got one of these in the mail. Can everybody see this? One of these in the mail. And I thought, see, it's one of those things that network marketing companies do. They have all my personal information, and now they want me to sign up for a credit card. And I'm going like, no way. I just tossed it off to the side of the desk. I've come to find out that happens fairly often, that people do that. And I knew that I had made a little bit of money by referring some friends. And I told Brenda, so how do we get paid? And she said, well, you've got one of these little cards. I went, oh, that's what that is. Well, I've been hanging on to this little card ever since. And those 2 people that I told, and that Brenda helped me tell, had people who got interested in their stories. And then they told people, and I learned how to help them tell their story. And since that time, I think I just looked this afternoon, and there's 356 people. And this is only in 18 months, 356 people in that family, in that community that I'm part of. And that doesn't include a lot of the people that sit around us like this. And guess what's happened? It's probably happened to some of you, but for me, from the very second month, the amount of referral bonuses that my wife and I were accumulating paid for the products that we were using. They have paid for every single product since then. And this card has multiple 5 figures on it. Not 6 figures yet, but it's sitting there. And it's kind of like my little trophy case. And I've withdrawn from this. It paid for Christmas. And it paid for some projects around the house. And it's still there. And I wrote that I told Brenda at one point that Mondays, when I was getting 1 cycle, which is $54 about, or 2, were more exciting to me than what I was paid on my 2-week corporate paycheck, because I knew what happened to earn it. I knew that I helped somebody else. And to me, I just want to tell you that that's how I feel. I saw how this was coming together, and I started to embrace it. And I was invited and accepted an opportunity to go to some of the corporate events and the local events. And now I can tell you that time being more important than money has paid off. I've made a deal with my employer that I have now, beginning on May 1st, it'll be a full year that I have not worked a Friday. I told them I'll trade you back some income so that I can have all my Fridays off. I call it Freedom Friday. I have had more opportunity to spend time with my grandkids and my wife, and do some traveling on those weekends, and sometimes just to relax. But I'll tell you that there's a opportunity here that I didn't want to pass up, but it took me a minute to recognize it. And I just hope that if you're on the call tonight, I hope that's what we're conveying, is that the opportunity is right here, and you'll get one of these and it'll fill up. And that's exciting. Thank you, Brenda. You're just a blessing to me as Bonnie was to you.
Mwah. Thank you, Rod. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much. Yeah, I get that. It's like lifting people up, blessing everybody. Awesome. Thank you, Rod. That means a lot.
Well, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. So, if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. And I think that's what I want to leave this call with. And so, but the other thing is, I want you to imagine if you brought one person on your left and one person on your right to this call next week, and let us cast the vision for you, for your people. And just imagine that if they then brought two people the following week, one person on their left and one person on their right, and allow that same leverage, that leverage principle, the power of two, come alive for you as well. So I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening and allowing us to, well, let me see, I hope you heard something that inspires you. That's the most important thing. So everybody go and have a fabulous week, and we'll be back here next Thursday. All right? All right.